And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Mohawk Indians, Blood Indians Never Die. That's a name, folks. You asked the question, who would in a fight? Shao Kahn versus the 2003 edition of the Shredder. Now, Shao Kahn I've had here once or twice before. The Shredder, yes, but the Shredder has gone through different incarnations before. That said, 1 second, Shredder 2, I want to make sure I have his information up there, ready for me. But so Shao Kahn isn't human. We need to get that out of the way right now. He's I can't remember exactly what he is. I think he's kind of like an outer god or like the offspring of an outer god. Let me get Shao Kahn up here real quick just so I can reference him properly. Shao Kahn. So he's not human, which means physically speaking, his physical capabilities are well beyond that of a normal human being. But he is an origin outworld, resides outworld species. Okay, God, and by all accounts, he's immortal. So yeah, he's not human, though he can be killed like anyone can. He is basically a conqueror of outworld and many other worlds, and eventually coming into Mortal Kombat, he was defeated, but he's come back several times. That's not really what we care about. We care about powers of characters. He's immensely powerful being throughout the show. He's one of the strongest antagonists. He's able to utilize magic and superhuman strength and durability. He's also known to charge at the opponent with considerable speed and power. He's also shown using anything from an axe to a giant warhammer, capable of swallowing and absorbing souls. He's one of the few wielders of mysterious green energy besides Johnny Cage, Cassie Cage, Nightwolf, and Jade. He's one of the most versatile wielders of green energy, as he can use it to create energy weapons, constructs such as spears, generate protective force fields that reflect projectiles, fire energy beams, shielding from his eyes, and shoot lasers. As I said, he can, apart from projectile detection, has knowledge of magic, including cloning, so he managed to avoid assassination at the hands of the Deadly Alliance. Escaping illness, he's able to heal and reconstitute a mortally wounded Goro and resurrect him back to his cause. Powers extensive psychic abilities as well, as he was able to enslave thousands of souls within the magical being Ermac, using the powerful mind control and capable of using telekinesis to lift and ragdoll opponents. Now, he's been defeated before, but he's extremely powerful combatant, winner of how many Mortal Kombat has he won? Turn 11th one, made to be in the second one as the final boss. About Shao Kahn. He's won many, many Mortal Kombats. Just like similar to Shang Tsung. So, the Shredder. Now, 2003 Shredder it's unique because Shredder's real name is Rel. There's a apostrophe there. Because he's not the Shredder from the 2003 animated series. First off, excuse me, I got like a little crap caught in my throat there. First off, I remember watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles during that day. That Shredder had a badass design. Like that, I mean, look at that guy. Look at it. That's a badass looking Shredder. But there's a reason for the eyes glowing red. Because he's not human. In fact, he's Krang's. The Shredder in this version was actually a member of Krang's species, the Ultron, which are basically like organic brains with mouths and teeth and stuff, like organic brains, sentient brains with mouths and teeth. So basically, the human form you see of Shredder and this tall giant guy, it's not really a man. It is just the Shredder. It is just him in a suit. Like, this is just a battle suit he wears. And yes, he does have alternate like improvised forms. Like, one of them looks a bit more like Krang's suit with like the head and stuff. It's got an extra set of arms, and then he just adds the Shredder armor onto that to make it look like the Shredder. But we're gonna look at the standard form of it. So when we're talking about him as if he gets basically taken out of his encasing, isn't the most dangerous enemy given to his size and body design. However, he's great, very crafty, speed and strength, successfully knocking out the 1988 counterpart Krang. When he's in his exosuit as a Shredder, he's demonstrated great martial arts skills, outfighting all the turtles. And his primary weapon is claws on his armor. Oh, and with his claws, sorry. He's quite capable of taking on almost any enemy in close combat. Shredder's extremely technologically and scientifically knowledgeable due to him being an Ultram, and has numerous forms of advanced technology at his disposal, including other exosuits. But again, we'll look at the most basic one. Unfortunately, that is where a little bit of the downside for Shredder comes in, is that he is just a suit. Now, he's a very powerful suit, capable of going toe-to-toe with Turtles, no problem. I'm sure the suit's power is well beyond that of a normal human being. Martial arts experience-wise, it's basically all in Shredder's mind, and basically he could download any martial arts he wants. But the suit itself, at least the standard variety, doesn't have many weaponry. It's mostly a melee combat suit. Now, if we were looking at, and I'm going to keep just calling him Shredder, even though his real name is Chirel. Chirel. So, I mean, if you wanted to get technical on this, Chirel probably, because he's not from Earth, he's actually known as, he's an evil Ultram who uses his Ultram exosuit, a humanoid vessel. He's a notorious intergalactic war criminal who has adopted numerous aliases, meaning he's been around the block for a long time. Do we have an age on this guy, actually? No, we don't have an actual age, but he's probably been around for a long time. So he's had a lot of experience, got a lot of technology. In theory, he could probably create a suit that could cancel out or absorb the magical energies of Shao Kahn to make it more of an even fight for him, magic to magic-wise, energy to magic, whatever. But as far as we know, he doesn't have that, so we're just going to go with the base Shredder suit that we have here. And if that's the case, then really it's just man versus machine, or brain and jar, depending how you look at it. And yeah, their fight might start out even because being machine, he's probably going to be able to keep up, at least initially, with Shao Kahn physically. But ultimately, that's going to become a moot point, and Shao Kahn will overwhelm him physically. And if nothing else, he's got enough magic to counteract most of the physicality of Shredder as well. And even because really, when you bring it, it's in a physical match, Shredder's probably losing because he's nothing more than a machine, brain in a machine. The machine's got a lot of power, but ultimately Shao Kahn could overcome the machine. Even with a large knowledge of martial arts skill, Shao Kahn is more or less immortal, unless you actually legitimately... He's ageless immortal. I mean, he won't age. He could live forever so long as no one actually kills him. But yeah, Shao Kahn's immortal, so he's had a longer amount of experience, a longer amount of time to learn things. He's a god, so he's got all that on it. He's got all that in terms of physicality, and he's got magic, and he's got more weaponry than this Shredder has. Plus, he can manifest weaponry at any point in time to kill Shredder. So, while Shredder would be able to keep up for a little bit physically and in terms of actual skill, ultimately, Shao Kahn's just going to destroy this thing. And then he's going to find out the Shredder is just this. And he'll offer him a chance to work for him or die. And I'm sure Shredder will take that. And they'll make him a new suit. It'll be even better. And he'll just be planning his, move to overthrow Shao Kahn. Till then. And I'll say this. I don't think Shao Kahn's psionics would work on him. A, he's a complete alien creature. Well, to be fair, they could probably work on alien creatures. But I think he's too strong-willed for that. And B, I think the machinery, he can probably overcome that. Plus, he's basically a giant talking brain, so I think that's something that could keep him afloat in a fight if, Shao Kahn tries to use psionics against him. And if the melee fight happened, it'd probably be, Shredder delivers a good couple clear blows, maybe even draws a little bit of blood. Shao Kahn starts to take it seriously and just whams right through him. Or, well, maybe not right through him, but just whams right into him and just starts beating the hell out of him until there's no more. So ultimately, I got to go Shao Kahn in this. But look, let's even use the hypothetical here of he uses his best suit that he has. Do you think there's a legitimate way that the 2003 version of the Shredder could beat Shao Kahn? I just don't see it. But again, with prep time and maybe having knowledge of Shao Kahn coming and what he's capable of, he could theoretically design a suit because he is that intelligent, has that much resources that could absorb the energies, mystical energies that Shao Kahn could throw at him and even the fight out. And now, if that were to happen, hypothetically speaking, and the magical energies that Shao Kahn throws out just become a moot point and maybe even fuel the suit, maybe he can fire that energy back. They're both ruthless as F. That's the thing. The problem with the Shredder is that he'll have the limitations of a machine no matter what. So he's going to, no matter if he absorbs all the energy Shao Kahn has, there's only so much energy he can absorb unless he's got a system to completely recycle it and reuse it immediately. Even if it's enhancing his physical strength, which doesn't make any sense because, again, it's a machine. There's physical limitations to the machine. That's a real tough one. Maybe he could start projecting force fields or enhance his gloves or something or punches, his claws, and imbue him with energy. Maybe he could do that. I will still say Shao Kahn if that were to happen, but Shredder then now immediately steps up into he could win instead of I don't see him winning. I'll still give the majority to Shao Kahn because I just think physically, experience-wise, he's going to overwhelm Shredder and he'll find a way around that. But can't count Shredder out if you design that scenario in mind. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I'm back with another Who Would Win. This is actually yesterday's. I just didn't get around to doing it. And I'll have the what if. Hopefully, I'll have the what if done today. I'm exhausted. I haven't been sleeping well lately. So, but at the moment, I'm kind of in my second win. So we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.